Landslide news. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Some reprieval and good news to EndBadGovernance protesters. 16 months after incarceration for them demanding a better life for Nigerians. Incarcerated for nothing have been freed. Okafor.
Is that why you came back from Houston this morning?
Yes. Actually, that is a talk about Human Rights Day. That was yesterday. Falana said something. You can't criminalize peaceful protest. If you criminalize peaceful protest, you have no way of things like coup as your long-term end result. It is shameful that the government had to take their citizens who were exercising their rights under the section 40 and 41 of the 1999 Constitution to court and charge them for treason. It's a shame. Let's not dodge this thing. It's a shame that a democratic government will pick their citizens who are peacefully asking for good governance. So what should they have asked for? They should have asked for bad governance. I don't understand.
Maybe they should have asked for a coup.
Yeah, maybe I don't know what they want. So people are asking for good governance. You are taking them to court with our resources, with Nigerian money, to charge them for treason. I was listening to more specifically during that EndBadGovernance protest when one of the ministers said protest is not allowed in Abuja. One boy said, "I'm going to come out there. I want you to come out." How can you? Who are you? 10,000 ministers cannot say protest is not allowed in Abuja. You do not have power to suspend the 1999 Constitution. Nobody has that power. Because when those who suspend our Constitution are called coup plotters. We should understand that you come in khaki or you use prosy and suspend the Constitution doesn't make you better. Those are what the Communist Party of the Republic of Benin was calling institutional coup. You wear abada, you wear normal clothes, you order police, you order other people to use gun to suspend constitution. You are a coup plotter. These people saying the protest is not allowed are actually coup plotters. Because the coup is maybe it went beyond removing those in the office into suspending the right of the citizen. They are not saying it. The constitution is not for only the government, it's also for the government. As a matter of fact, it says we the people of Nigeria. The power is from the people. So right. You can't suspend the constitution. They should stop doing those things.
Now you come to the people, you ask for vote, and you get their vote, and during swearing in, you pledge to uphold the Constitution of Nigeria, and the right to protest by the people is in the Constitution. All of a sudden they come to protest, and you said they are enemies of the state and that you're charging them for treasonable offenses. That's one by the executive. The judiciary, in compliance or in working with the executive, also allow these people to lie in jail or in detention 16 months, 1 year, 4 months. This protest happened on the 1st of August 2024, and today is 11th of December 2025. They've been incarcerated. Their human right has been taken from them. What should they do?
You see, first and foremost, we have to look at our system critically to see whether we are actually, this is being practiced. Now, the next leg of your question will not be answered. What will they do? They need to seek redress for the damage done to them in court. Now, coming to the issue of the government, not allowing their people to express themselves as provided for in the Constitution is a very, very painful thing. But again, we have to look at this government critically. What is the antecedent of this government? How did this government came into office? Were they democratically elected? What was the electoral process? Was it accepted by all? Can we say that the election that brought them to power was truly democratic? It was truly free and fair? If the people had come into office in the first place by crook or by hook, that is, they came into office by electoral coup, so that the laws that govern and that mandated election were not followed. That from the day one, they have shown to you that they are not democratic. They were coup plotters. They came in through electoral coup. Therefore, they don't believe in constitutional provisions That's what had played out. They were truly elected by the people. They will listen to the people. If they were doing things that were not right, and the people are trying to say that this we are doing is not right, and they are trying to express themselves by way of protest, they will not find it strange to restrain the people from protesting. What they are trying to do is to gag every voice of dissent. These same people who are in government today enjoy this freedom, this protesting freedom, under the government of Goodluck Jonathan, under PDP governance. The people who are in APC today, who are in government, they were known as, they were professional protesters. They were the one who shut this country down for days, saying that occupy Nigeria, because they felt that the government had formulated policy that would not favor the people. Because those people were elected into office by the people, they listened to them and they allowed them to express themselves. After which they consider what the people are saying and they rescind that same policy. But these are people who came into office who says that even though you don't vote for me now, I'm the one here now, that you are free to say what you are saying, and I will do what I have to do, because the person was not elected by the people.
On the side of the judiciary that always are slow or sometimes absent in giving out judgment quick, what do you have to say?
You see, when you talk about the judiciary, you are here talking about this freedom, the success recorded by this protester today, because the judiciary the fact that the judiciary are slow is not entirely the fault of the judiciary. The reason is that the judiciary is overburdened. You need to go take a step and go to a court. One judge will be sitting for over 20 cases in a day. He presides over criminal matters, civil matter, divorce matter, and all manners of cases. Excuse me. Therefore, the judiciary had to do their work as much as they could do it. It is not their fault. As this matter we are discussing today, if not for the judiciary, that look at the matter and said, look, these people had no case to answer here. If you can't bring people to court and you are not bringing any evidence to prosecute them,
and you are not only that you bring them to court, you are not bringing evidence, you don't even appear.
You are not coming to court. So therefore, you don't have any reason, business to bring them to court.
Let me talk to Okafor. Yeah. The judiciary are supposed to provide what they call checks and balances for the executive. Yeah. In other words, they can squash executive orders.
Certainly.
They can also bring the government or the executive notice back to the court, what is constitution allows, but they don't do that mostly. That's number one. Number two, there's a French saying that say, "Vos populi, vos Dei." He said the voice of the people is the voice of God. Yeah. I don't agree with that statement totally. But when it comes to the constitution, vos populi, vos Dei applies. The voice of the people is the voice of the government. Now the government doesn't recognize that the voice of the people is the voice of the constitution.
Yeah, credit to Justice Emeka Nwite. It's always good when somebody stands out, and said, "Oh, we'll be part of this history of this country in a positive manner." It is good to give them what belongs to them. The truth remains that a lot of the judiciary, how do I call them, actors, have been compromised, and you can't remove that from what we are suffering today. As a matter of fact, there are cases that you expected that it should be struck out immediately.
Exactly.
Immediately. Certain things, and award, you call them abuse of court process. Why will you ramp up citizens and take them to their own court and charge them with treason and terrorism? Treason, who is the police officer that spearheaded this? I think at this time, those officers that were in charge should be dismissed. They should be dismissed. Because when you lead people to do the bidding, now terrorism just sounds like something. Terror is a global threat. It's not something you just pick your own citizen who did nothing other than ask for good governance. I am asking for good governance. So does that make me terrorist? Does that mean I have treason? Who are the officers that charged these people? Who are the prosecutors that took these people to court? See, if you don't ensure that our punitive system exists, then you have no need of judiciary.
Okay, let me bring it to something that you said a little bit back. You talked about credit being given to Justice Uweti for dismissing this case.
Yes.
But at what point did the prosecutors stop coming to court?
Good. You know, once you are before a judge, he must listen. He must listen to all
parties.
Yes. That is why I went back to the prosecutor, the police.
Yes.
That's why I went back to them. As a judge, he must listen. And just rightly, like Philip said, our judiciary system is overburdened. You can't remove the tough environment you operate from. Even the police that we are talking about. You can't remove the tough environment the police operate from. But what is important is knowing their powers. The police IG does not get his power from the president of the country.
No,
he got his power from the 1999 constitution as amended. The Nigerian police got their power from the constitution. So their duty is to obey the constitution, not to be used by instrument for anybody. Let me tell you, his psychopathy is so bad that these people go ahead assuming the president who is going to be angry with the protest. Who told you? In some cases, you'll be shocked that the president does not have any express demand on them to quell this protest. Why are you quelling protest? It is actually illegal to quell protest. Let me tell you, I gave the example yesterday when we were talking about this protest, that saying you want to avoid crime by stopping protest is nonsense. It's simply like, so for you not to be involved in accident today, stay at home, don't come out. So everybody should be at home so that we'll be free from motor accident. Because once everybody is at home, we'll be free from motor accident. So what is the work of road safety? What's the work of training a driver to drive carefully? What's the essence of those? There is threat, there is risk in all activities of mankind. In all. Where 10-50 people are gathered, police is supposed to know that yes, there could be anybody, 1 or 2 persons that might act criminally, and that is their job. That is their job. So they can't relinquish their job to the people by stopping their constitutional right. If you anticipate there's going to be people that might act disorderly, you deploy police to be part of the protest. You don't stop the protest.
All right.
Because when you charge those people, you have nothing to bring before a judge. The crime committed. For you to anticipate, let me hold on. Just give me 1 minute. For you to anticipate and approach even the court, for them to give you those orders they normally get, there must be a substantive against me. Having seen that I'm trying to use that my protest for crime. You must have a crime that I'm anticipating to commit to be placed before judge. Whether you truncated my phone when I was talking with somebody that he never go to a good school, will start scattering everywhere. With something. Evidence. You have to tell the judge. In order to prevent that thing they are planning, you have decided to get a look for this party so that the substantive suit would have been filed against me and my team or whoever. You can't just think in your brain that these people might be wanting to commit crime, that you now go to court to get this party. We need education, not only to read and write. We need education in Nigeria.
All right, Philip, we still hear, not verified, that there are still people in detention for NSAS protests. Practically from people from Obiakpo, that they are in detention in Kaduna. I don't have the full details, and for these are alleged. Now that's 5 years ago. Now this one is not alleged, it's what we have seen. What should these people, these particular people that have been freed now, knowing too well that their rights have been infringed, what should they do? That's number one. Number two, suddenly the CSOs are kind of dead. Before, they used to go about bringing up this information to the general notice of the public. But we don't find them anymore. What's happening?
You see, you are going to drag me out of point for this question you asked me now. The last part of your question will take me out of this discussion, and I won't shy away from discussing it. Now, the first leg of your question is, what will this victim of incarceration by the federal government, by trump up charges of treasonable, of felony and the rest of them, what is the option open to them? Very simple. They will go to court to seek redress. They will ask for damages for keeping them, for taking away their freedom for 16 months, and there should be a consequence for it. Because a man that you kept away from exercising his right, his businesses and whatever, whether they are students, whether they have lost tremendously, they've lost a lot of things. So they should go to court and sue federal government, including those officers that took them to court for damages. They should seek redress, because that is the only way this country can move forward, until it's established that you cannot just trample on people's right, and if you do so, there are consequences. The government of the day will not stop trampling on people's right, will not try to restrain dissident voice from speaking. If they continue and they succeed, other people will take a clue from there. Now, coming to the question of the last leg of your question, what is the question again, if you can help me?
That because there are still allegations that people from EndSARS protest are still in detention.
Okay, yes, I remember your question. You said what has happened to the CSO. I will tell you what's happened to the CSO. The CSO has been bought over. Don't forget, the people in government today, they are the real CSO of Nigeria in yesteryear. They were the financier and the task of the CSO. Now that they are in government, you think they will speak against themselves? We all know that the media is being controlled by the West. And today, there's one thing that is very paramount in Nigerian system today: ethnicity, tribal bigotry. Those who were known to be speaking for this country, just yesterday here, you mentioned that why is it that Wole Soyinka is no longer speaking? Is it that age is catching up with him, or what has it? All these voices, no voices in the CSO, they were all from the West. And today the West is singing only one song, and that song is that the government of the day is working. It's either the government is working, or give the government some time, because the government is trying to fix the country. The country has been in abeyance. So this is the problem. We don't have CSO anymore, because the promoters of Nigeria, the CSO that have been operating in Nigeria, are the ones that are in government. So you don't expect anything. If you want the CSO to speak, then we need new CSO in this country.